Today on the Angel of Words podcast, we've been Corona-Fied. I'm here to tell you a few steps on how to keep your immune system boosted, given to me by medical professionals. In addition, I will be telling everyone where to go and try to get health insurance if you need it in this time of need, plus much more on deck on the Angel of Words podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Angel of Words podcast. I am unaccompanied today because, as you know, the novel coronavirus, a.k.a. the coronavirus, a.k.a. COVID19, this freaking virus has more AKAs than a career criminal. It's crazy. Has taken over the globe. And I had to speak out and let you guys know that you're not alone. And that, we're going to make it. And I've been lucky enough and blessed enough to have someone who has relayed some information for me that I want to relay to everyone out there in terms of how to keep your immune system boosted. And before we get started on that, I want to actually give a shout out to a couple of friends of mine and family members. One is Rebecca, a friend of mine who's a doctor out in Texas who's been grinding, hasn't seen her two little daughters in God knows how long. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and thank you so much for what you're doing. Next is my cousin Ramonita, who's been helping everyone out there in the boogie down Bronx. She's a nurse, and she's been helping to take care of all the sick people that have contracted the disease, and has been making sure that she's doing her part as well. And next, the person who has given me the information I'm going to relay to you, an old school classmate of mine named Jeannie, who's a nurse as well, and has been helping a lot of the older folks get through this epidemic. So first, what I've been told is to you must practice social distancing even at home. So, just because you're home, make sure you're giving people plenty of space, especially people that have just come from runs at the grocery or the pharmacy. Give them some space, disinfect, and make sure that you're giving yourselves all the opportunities to stay healthy. Second, boil a pot of water, put Vicks in it, and cover your head with a towel. Breathe the vapor, do it for 5 minutes a few times daily. Apparently, that will help you keep your airways moist and clear of any potential threats. So yeah, I know it sounds a little wacky, but it's something that she told me will help us in the long run. Next, stay hydrated. Drink your water, drink anything with minerals, make it happen. And also take your vitamins. If you have vitamins, take them. If you don't have vitamins, go get them. And make sure that you're keeping your immune system as boosted as you possibly can. Maintain a low salt and a fat diet. Now that we're consuming more foods, we got to make sure that we're keeping ourselves healthy with what we take in our bodies, because we're never going to know when we're going to come in contact with this virus. If we don't, you want to make sure that you're prepared as possible. Stay active and exercise, whether 5, 15, 20 minutes. You don't have to be a workout buff. Right now, there's a lot of celebrity trainers that are doing online courses, such as Brooke Burke, who will give you simple exercises to do, short ones that are going to keep you active, keep your engine revved up so that you don't lose any force in your immune system. Keep your kids active as well. If you have children, engage with them. Do it with them, man. Have some fun. I mean, we're with each other in close quarters. Let's make sure that we're getting to know each other and having fun with each other. That's why we have a home. That's why we want to go home, to make sure that we're with our loved ones and safe. Also, she said to practice deep breathing. So if you have kids as well, if you have kids, turn it into a game. If you don't, she wants you to hold your breath in a few times daily, around 10 seconds, to make sure that, your lung capacity is as strong as you need it to be. It's very important. So make sure that you're doing breathing exercises because it'll help keep your potency levels up. Next on the docket, this is something that is very near and dear to me as well. I mean, amongst all the other things that are going on right now. But I bartended at LaGuardia Airport for 6 years. And I've recently found out that 1,200 airport employees have been laid off, including a plethora of old friends that I used to work with. So everyone at the airport, all the airports out here in the tri-state area, my heart goes out to you. My condolences. I know it's rough, but look at me. We're going to make it through this. All right? Just take the necessary steps. You're not the only ones. Unfortunately, 2 million people have applied. 2 million people plus have applied for, unemployment so far. And it's been crazy. But, just stick with it. If your computer crashes, the phones, it's just worth it to just be patient. So please do that. And if anyone out there needs health insurance during this time, please contact this hotline number, 646-660-3057. That is 646-660-3057. Contact that hotline number and they will give you the information you need to go out there, and not even go out there, but to be able to at least gain knowledge on how to equip yourselves with health insurance during these trying times. Okay, I can't stress that enough. At least it'll help alleviate one more issue that we may have. Now, I've seen a lot of craziness on TV, even in my neighborhood. The social distancing issue. Folks, if we want to get through this epidemic, we need to pay attention. We need to take things seriously. Stay at home. If you don't need to go out, stay at home. Please. And I know that every household is not the same. There's a lot of people that deal with domestic violence, from kids to women to some men. There's hotlines out there you can call. Worst case scenario, if you have to, call 911. I'm sure there's special task force out there. I know they have people in Philly right now. That's a big deal in Philly. And they have, special hotline numbers. But I know that we're in New York. I know that I'm in New York. So, I'm sure, that you can get help, and they'll make sure that you're safe. And to those people that aren't dealing with those issues, stay home, man. I'm seeing kids partying in Florida, people congregating, even in my neighborhood, man, I saw a few cats playing ball on the strip, bunch of young couples, young people congregating on the corners, going jogging in groups with one another, having casual conversations for 10, 15 minutes, because I could see a lot just looking outside my window. And stay home, man. Let's do our due diligence. Let's get through this. Let's try to end this as soon as possible. I know it's not easy, and some people may not have internet. That's a big way to keep yourself entertained. Just heed the advice, man. Don't be like Cersei from Game of Thrones, who was like, she didn't believe in the White Walkers till they actually brought her one to her doorstep. Like, you don't want coronavirus in your home for you to believe that you have it. You know? Stay your behinds home, man. Pay attention. Find things to do. Get in tune with yourself. Focus on goals that you want to make for yourself. You know, you only live once, but we may wake up tomorrow, and we may wake up and the coronavirus may have subsided, you know, and we may have, you know, stopped this virus from escalating to a point where we could actually go out there and live normal lives. So please, if you don't have to go outside, stay indoors. You know, we're not invincible. Young people, you know, you're not invincible. And you could be the ones, you know, that unfortunately are not getting the symptoms but are spreading it on to everyone else. This is serious, man. This is serious. You know, this is not a joke. I've even heard people say nothing's going to stop me from partying. I mean, this weekend alone, there was a party in my building of like 25 people. And my father told me as well, in his building, like 25, 30 person parties, people turning up like it's 1999. Bro, what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Come on, man. Let's do what we got to do. Let's keep our asses home as much as we possibly can and go outside when we need some. Please. You guys don't want to stay locked up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. You know? That's not what we want to do. We want to get outside. We want to continue our normal lives. We want to get this economy up and popping. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't cool right now, man. You know, we got to do our parts to help and make sure that we can get through this as quick as possible. It's in everyone's best interest, whether you're rich or poor. Talking about that topic, my leaders, the feds, states, cities, leaders, you got a lot of people out here that don't know what's going to happen to their mortgages, their rents. What's happening? Please, out there in Washington, let's get it together. I have a lot of faith in democracy. You know? And it's ironic because right now everything's looking like a socialistic situation because, you know, everybody's waiting for a handout from the people that control all the assets, which is right now is the federal government. Private business is in the tank and everyone has lost their jobs. So now we need to figure out how we're going to handle those handouts because that's what they are. They're handouts. It ain't a stimulus. It ain't a stimulus. A stimulus is to boost, to boost the economy because things aren't going the way we want it to go, you know, and that's all things being equal, right? Right now, all things ain't equal. You know, nobody's working. Everything's shut down. What we're asking for are handouts and how we're going to handle those handouts. Rich and poor, you know. Rich people, if you get the $500 billion in capital, you know, that the government has been trying to, get to you, make sure you're using it to get businesses up and going again, to get people up and working again. Please. You know, I'm not an economist. I'm not going to go into detail of any, of things of that nature, you know. But one thing I know is I don't want to see, bonuses being handed out during a time of crisis to corporate execs and the business is failing, you know. You guys make businesses to give people jobs and make a ton of money. Let's make sure that we keep our eyes on those prizes. You guys are the people in control. You guys are the people with assets, with the humongous equity. You know, that's the American dream, what every American strives for. Make sure you're responsible with the money. For my people who are going to get, more than likely, we're going to get money in a stimulus package. For people, middle class, lower class. I'm not going to say lower class, in the lower class economically, because I don't believe in class. We're all humans. As you can see, we're all dealing with a global pandemic, and it's affecting everyone. But if we get checks in the mail, well, apparently one of the issues is the checks going into the mail and the craziness that could go on behind that. Democrats, if you can, find a way to work with the banks so that we all get, that most of us get the money deposited, directly to our bank accounts, that'll be a great idea. That way you don't have to start like a special task force that's handling all the checks that are being sent out, Plus, apparently, it's not good. We're going to be burning, wasting trees with all the paper. But, if we do end up getting that money, if it's for everyone, if it's for people who are unemployed, whatever the case may be, because I'm not worried about money right now. I'm worried about money right now to make sure that we have what we need to ensure survival. And that's what I meant by I'm not worried about money right now. I'm worried about that the money's being used the right way. And the people that do get the checks in the mail or whatever it is, however it's going to be given to us, let's use it wisely. Let's use it for the things that we need to take care of. Please. Democrats, Republicans, bipartisanship at this time. We need leadership. And by that, I mean we need answers as to what is going to happen. What do you guys want to do? How are we going to get through this? Will we be thrown out on our asses? Will the banks take everything from us? That's what we need to know as well. Last but not least, I want to talk about community. Folks, if, for example, you know somebody who's elderly and you're making a grocery run, and these are your neighbors, via social distancing, obviously the right day, make a phone call, let them know, hey, do you need something? I saw something that was amazing. Like there was, some children that needed to go to online classes, and they didn't have internet in their homes. Their neighbors made sure that they got the passwords to their internet service so that the kids could study and continue to receive their education. I'm talking about things like that. Young people. Right? You like to go outside and stuff. Why don't you, ask your neighbors? If you live in closer quarters than others, ask your neighbors, do you need me to go to the store for you? If your parents send you to the store, whatever the case may be. If you have a vehicle where you can, have less contact with people than others might. Let's pitch in and help one another. Let's ask the next person, look, I'm going to take this gamble. I'm willing to do this for you. You know what I'm saying? Do you need anything? Humanity. I hope that's what we learn if we get over this. When we get over this. Humanity. We seem to be living so much of the aesthetic, and this has humbled us. It has shown us that the world will find a way. Nature will find a way to take things out on us, so we continue to treat nature the way we have. Humanity. If you can help someone, help them. There's nothing wrong with that. Follow the protocol, but if you're in a situation where you gotta go do something and you think that somebody might need something and you could help them, just do it, man. Like Nike. You feel me? And I hope that we all continue to stay strong during this pandemic. The 20% of the population that has lost their jobs so far, stay strong. Keep your heads up. Think about the steps that you want to take to make sure that this never happens again. Perfect time to think about the future. And that's what I keep telling people during this crisis. Make plans, have aspirations, don't lose hope. Make your conversations when this is over, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this when this is over. I want to make sure that this never happens again, so I'm going to do this. Think for the future. Have aspirations. Don't get caught in fear. Get caught in what we're going to do to make things happen, to better our lives, and to better humanity. Thank you for listening to the Angel of Words podcast. Talk to you later. My people, thank you for listening to the Angel of Words podcast. You could subscribe on YouTube. It's Angel of Words ENT. You could also catch the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere that you get your podcasts from. You could reach me on Instagram at Angel of Words ENT, Twitter at Angel of Words ENT, and on Facebook at Angel of Words ENT. I pray for you, my people. Talk to you next week.